Hello everyone and welcome back. I am Panda and we are doing some more VoxEdit. Once again, this is our second Thursday morning stream where I am pretty much just talking you through certain basics and going through step by step, showing you how to do some of the easier things. Today, we're going to finish off editing our little scientist guy, and then we're going to do some of our own animation with him. In last Thursday's stream, we did, I showed you how to edit a template, how to unlock a template, and also how we can add additional pieces to the templates already. And I just realized that it's not trimmed correctly. So if you want to know those, obviously I will touch on those. If you guys want me to just sort of recap, sure, we can definitely do a recap. If you are wanting to know exactly how to unlock these templates so you can play about with the animations, then I do suggest you hopping over to my YouTube if you're not on my YouTube already and going to find how to unlock templates video. So you can just watch that. Super quick and simple. I do end up unlocking templates a lot on my streams, so there will always be a stream where that is there. Let me know how you guys are doing. Are you starting to get ready for the weekend? What we do need to do right here, though, is because I've moved the legs so they don't intercept with the additional pieces we've added with animations, is I've moved the legs in by clicking the edit and moving the pivot. So it's more in, and what this does is if you move the pivot, it doesn't mess up the animations. So if we were to move this leg here, it's going to mess up all the animations that is already here, and we would have to manually move that for every single one. So generally speaking, just going into the edit mode and readjusting where everything is perfectly acceptable. And make it in line. A bit more. Yeah, that looks much better. But yeah, let me know how you guys are doing, and we're going to get started on just finishing off editing this guy. So we're going to give him his black trousers all the way down. I kind of wish I remembered exactly which shade I chose. It's definitely lighter. Oh, okay, so we went for like the grey one, actually. There we go. And always remember, right up the top up here, we've got trim volume. This will then condense down the volume that we're working in to wrap around the largest to largest point to avoid collision issues. Always get into a habit of always trimming your volumes. Just using paint mode. And this guy's meant to be, I think we said like sort of like an, I believe last week we said he's more like a space. These look like two different tones. No, they are the same tone. Okay, it's just the lighting. So maybe we'll give him some boots. Well, in fact, we will. What color boots should we give him? Some sort of like bronze boots. Oh, color. That. Just as that right there. Trim it. So we went for number 2 there and the 2 on the bronze, which means now we do need to edit his leg here because they sort of intercept each other. So the best thing to do is to get our bronze color and just do like the top half, because we want to make it boots. It's fine for us to go a bit higher as well. I want to bring on 1. See what that looks like. Okay, fairly happy with that. Gonna do the same over here. Grab hold of this one. Okay, trim our volumes. Go up to the leg. Just color this in, and we will be moving on to animations very, very soon. Oops, went one too high. We did that and then added this one right there. Yeah, right. Go back and make sure they're even. Yeah. Okay, great. So anything else that we probably want him to have, if we are we haven't done his sleeves or anything like that. We are most likely going to want him to hold a clipboard. I am going to just do his sleeves real quick. What shade? Oh, this is one I added, so I'm going to copy that. I can add that right here. Because it is touching the sleeve, it is a different color. We're probably... Oh, wait, did we... No, it is a different color. So because it's touching this, we're probably going to want to make it the same color as the coat, actually. Hey! Nate. Yes, I remembered your name is Nate. Nate, how are you doing? I was just on this, and now I've forgotten which color it was. Right, there we go. It's under the bronze, under the bronze, under the bronze. Yeah. And to just flood all of that. But how are you doing, Nate? Your thing for your asset that you won, I think you're in February's giveaway. Yeah. Yeah, you're in February's one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you'll get yours sent out in February. Very good. Super late for you. Just saw a notice. Well, I'm doing 2 now, so I'm trying to get like feedback of when the best time to do like a short, more tutorial-based stream would be. I kind of want to make it early-ish, but not too early. But so I can sort of, you know, reach people in different time zones. We'll see how it goes. Oops. We're on the opposite sides of the world. No worries. No, but I've got my later one anyway, so maybe my later one will be more appropriate for you. Who knows? I think this is his skin tone, but I don't know. No, his skin tone looks darker than that. What skin tone does he have? Oh, an E5 skin tone. But these streams are meant to be more like just tutorially based. Yeah, that's all. There we go. Lovely. Okay, so it's got two skin tone, two voxels of skin tone right there. Two skins. It's one of those mornings. And let's just not that dark. Okay, that's slightly better. Yeah, we'll go with that. But yeah, what are you doing still awake? If it's that late, shouldn't you be in bed now? Go back to bed. Back to bed. I don't. Stay while I stream. Right, 1, 2. I'm still like warming up. I've not got a cup of tea. I've just got water at the minute. So I'm a bit like, good evening from Melbourne. It's 9. There we go. See, it's a reasonable time for me to be doing tutorial-based streams for people in Australia right now. That's like the main point, is to be able to get more people, because my other streams are not quite reasonable hours. But yeah, I'm doing all right. It is almost 20 past 10 here in the UK. Wait, this is animation, but I learned some thanks to me. Yay! I'm teaching people. Also in Europe. Hey, Savage Goku. I can't remember how much I coloured here. I was meant to have started the animation before now. I feel so bad for have not started it. Just be patient with me, guys. We'll start animating soon. But I can recap over everything we've done so far for these. So Thursday mornings are literally just going to be just more tutorial based. And then our Thursday evening streams will be continuing my personal project. Just so I could have something a little bit different. Right, so he is fully done. If you weren't here for last week, I might just go boil a cup of tea real quick. Because water just is not perking me up. But what we've done last week was I showed you how we could recolor a template, showed you how to export the template, not export, unlock the templates, how you unlock the templates, and how we can add, or different ways that we could add this sort of like little side skirt bit. One was on a locked template, so if you didn't want to unlock a template, I showed you possible ways that we could add like a cloak type situation. And then I did it where we unlocked it and showed you a second way that we could do it. I prefer the second way. Obviously, things like the hands are in the way, and I may just rotate the hands out of the way for everything. A little bit like that, but that does mean I have to then do edits on pretty much everything. That one's got a whole load in the way. Just be easier to move up so it doesn't accept. Because that's what we want to avoid, like clipping inside of the areas that we've added. My custom avatar, he was my son skateboarding, and it turned out good for your first time. That's awesome. I do want to make sure people understand that the humans aren't avatars. So the medium humans can only be used as NPCs. They cannot be used as avatars. Also, if you unlock an avatar, it will become an NPC. So when avatars come back up, you can't unlock them and do the edits that we make like we do over here. but you can with these ones. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a really good day, evening, whatever, time zone. Happy time zone, everyone. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to add a clipboard into his hand. I am just going to go to, where's idle? This idle. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm also going to use this control node to just sort of turn him this way. Then have him looking this way. His head back this way. And we'll have it end same started. There we go. That doesn't look bad. Have a question. How can I take verification on marketplace for Sandbox assets? You can't. You only people within the creator fund can send send approval to already pre-approved assets. The creator fund is currently closed for applications, and an announcement regarding the creator fund will be made very shortly. I know an announcement is ready to go out. I just don't know what day the announcement will go out. How do you import a T-pose animation to a template if it doesn't have a T-pose animation? I tried to pull a T-pose file from small human to medium human. The medium human should have a T-pose though. No? There. This medium human has a T-pose. Which case, pull, save a new, like, basically just, you know, go to templates, get a medium human, save it as like T-pose, just save it as T-pose, and then move that T-pose animation to your one. Maybe you accidentally deleted it. I'm not too sure why yours doesn't have the T-pose. It definitely should. Like, it really, really should. Right, Nate, have a good sleep. Within VoxEdit, so you can edit the animation, so you can add to the skeleton and to the library over here, and make your own animation as well. But yeah, you can't. I'm sorry. It's a large human. Oh, do large humans have it? Wait, large humans have it. Wait a second. I want to test it before I do it. Before I tell you if it works or not, I want to test it. And because I've never really needed it. Where's my Thursday morning stream? Find scientist. Oh, that doesn't help. Search. Go away. TT. Then large final. Goblin Castle. No. I don't think you can. Let's do it this way. Oh. I don't know why that did that. Let's say morning, final. Let's find. All right, where is it? Taunt. Is it before or after taunt? How many taunts are there? Taunt. Hey. Yeah, it's not supported for the rig because it's like different sizes. I did think that might be an issue. Yeah, you would just have to put it in a T-pose yourself. If you want to know the best way to do it at T-pose, so you would just I'm in the way, so right where it says animation, you would have to unlock it to add new animation. So you could just name it T, and then you would just pop it in a T-pose. It's a little creepy if I'm being honest. There you go. I T-posed him for you. There you go. That's... So we will wait for the announcement on Twitter. Okay, I'm going to explain the creator fund to people because I feel like it's really important to make people aware of this. So, well, one, the announcement will be in their Discord regarding the creator fund, but within the creator fund, you don't get to just upload your own stuff, and you especially don't get to just sell your own things. Currently on the creator fund, there are themes every single month, also a set amount of assets that need to be created every single month. There needs to meet certain criteria. They have to go for checks. They then get approved, and you can upload pre-approved assets, which then go on the marketplace. They do not get minted, and they do not go up for sale. A very, very small selection of these assets get picked out from a vast amount and can be put up for sale out of a selection process that is done by people higher up. This is how it is right now. In the future, absolutely everybody will be able to upload. Absolutely everybody will be able to sell. You will need gems and catalysts to sell. Currently, you cannot purchase gems and catalysts. I'm good, thank you, Easy Tem. How are you doing? But yeah, there you go. Vinod. I'm gonna say Vinod. I hope I said your name right. But yeah, just you would need to unlock the template to add your own. But yeah, that's pretty much just how you do it. Okay, so we want to give this guy a clipboard so he looks a little bit more sciencey. So we're going to do new VXM. And we're going to create a clipboard. And I'm just going to make it on the back wall. It's going to be like a wooden clipboard as the center. So centered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Little. And we'll have some paper. Well, we might change the size of some of this. And okay, lovely. Trim it so it fits. This definitely needs to be made bigger. We are also going to go to the pivot. Always sort out your pivot because of where it's going to be held. Don't think it pivoting at the base would be a good idea. I think it would actually make more sense for it to pivot sort of from the back and top. But I may change this. We are then going to go to his hand, and I'm going to create a child node off of his hand because we have already unlocked this. This is why we're able to do this. I'm going to call that clipboard. And we find our clipboard. It places it in there. Also needs to be the other way. And then any movement that happens with his hand will also happen with the clipboard. And it does definitely need to be bigger. So now we can actually just edit this and I can make it to the size I need it. Stop by quickly, try to catch your streams, but I'm in LA and it's 2:30 a.m. right now. Oh, but don't worry, because I will have another one later this evening, which is the Thursday evening extended stream, where I'll be streaming for four hours. So you tune in then. I start at 7 p.m. UTC and it goes on for 4 hours. Appreciate you being here. Get some sleep. Go get some sleep. So bottom line, it's not so good to be in the Creator Fund. Creator Fund, if you think about it, is like early access. We also get paid for creating our assets as well. So we do get paid for creating assets. We also still retain the rights to those assets, which means that when they are able to go up for sale in the marketplace, we receive the sand that it's listed at. Sand, when you list an item on the marketplace, Sandbox then add their fee. So you get what you list it as, and they add their fee to that. 1 second, guys. Do you want to say thanks for all my tutorials? You are welcome. Thank you for watching them. We have a big collection of a project that doesn't exist as assets, so it's probably better not to go for Creator Fund, but we would like to have some kind of verification as we be the first in our category. What you said just completely confused me, but okay. That would come at a later date. If you're building a game or something, then like that's where you would get all that sort of stuff sorted. I'm gonna do that as 8. You started my videos lately. Appreciate it. Really do. Appreciate everyone and anyone that's watching my videos. I really hope that I'm helping you learn, to be honest. That's what I'm here for, to try and help you guys learn how to use VoxEdit, take your feedback as well, or maybe what you'd like to see. Okay, right, that looks like writing. And we just need to adjust this to be actually at the top and centered. Then it also needs to be adjusted here. A little bit higher up. And then everything that happens with his arms, because the clipboard is attached to the hand and the hand is attached to the forearm's attached to the upper arm, that all moves together. So that's how you go about rigging it. But anyway, let's start with some simple animation. I'm just going to go off of the idle because it'll be one of the easiest ones to sort of animate on top of. Actually, no, should I just I'm gonna do new. So I'm gonna do clipboard. It's also really important when you are creating animations, make sure that you put 01 or 02 at the end of it. Not too sure why sometimes this is an issue, but yeah. I mean, have created a collection of NFT assets for the game. We haven't found that kind of assets in the game, so we would like to find some kind of verification. Okay, so if if you created assets, I strongly suggest you obviously put them into your inventory, because then they will be seen as when you've uploaded them to your inventory, so they'll be there. But unless you've got a full-on project that you've got planned, you can't. If you've got a full project game you've got planned, you can obviously apply for the game fund, or if you want to try for like a partnership, you can talk to some people within Sandbox, go through Discord and ask around to who to speak to for that. So yeah, you can definitely try and get that sorted. But yeah, it being in your inventory is probably the best idea right now. But that's not to say that just because you haven't seen those assets on the marketplace doesn't mean that maybe somebody's made something similar. Because like I said, the people in the creator fund, we get themes and stuff, so we're making based off of themes that we're given. But other people do create their own stuff and put it into their inventory. But if you do have what you think is unique, then definitely try and speak to someone that can maybe push that for you. But yeah, if you've created the assets in VoxEdit, definitely put them in your inventory. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to move his arm up like that and do it nice and slow. Each one of these little lines is a single keyframe. You have to be... I mean, if you're on about like mythological creatures, I'm going to say you may not be the first people, but I get it. If it's the Parthenon, is it Parthenon? Pantheon. Pantheon's Rome. Pantheon's Rome, not Greek. Yo, what's wrong with me? So we're gonna have him sort of like bringing his clipboard up and then like looking at it. So I'm actually gonna just have his head, not tilted back. I'm gonna start his head sort of like tilted forward and to the side for a second. And I'm gonna go like this. So what I'm doing is I'm copying the start position and then pasting it so his head doesn't move. Acropolis, that's it. Yes. Yes, I do mean the Acropolis. That's what I was thinking. Thank you. Just uploaded on OpenSea and on Sandbox Marketplace is not a good idea. I don't suggest uploading on OpenSea. There is no support right now for bridging whatever you've put on OpenSea over to the Sandbox. When things are approved and put into the Sandbox Marketplace, then it's got unique metadata linked to it that way, that when you've gone and done it through separate means, like putting it up on OpenSea, it's missing that key metadata, meaning it won't work properly within the Sandbox. So it's highly not suggested to do that. It's also highly not suggested as well to not purchase unverified collections on OpenSea that people are saying will work with Sandbox, because most people don't realize that they won't properly work. Some people have purchased things in the past that someone's bought, and then they said, why can't I put this game experience? Because right now you can use the game maker to create a game experience and upload that to the gallery. that people can obviously play on, because the metaverse isn't live. It's not live yet. So they've been using like the gallery to upload their experiences. However, if an asset isn't approved within Sandbox, you will not be able to publish to the library, which means some people are purchasing these NFTs from OpenSea that sellers are stating, you know, I made it with VoxEdit, so it should work in the sandbox. They can place it in the sandbox, but they cannot actually be used because it's not an approved asset. By original size, do you mean size relative to the sandbox side? And that is awesome. Yeah, I would suggest maybe reaching out to someone. Definitely have it uploaded. So when I say uploaded, everybody can upload stuff to their inventory. Like right now, he won't be approved, but I can file export, and it does say export to marketplace, but it goes into your inventory. So what I mean is when we're in our inventory after we've exported stuff, you see how some of these say unpublished? Some of them say unpublished. It's because they've not been sent for approval or they've not been approved. Actually, the ones saying pending are pending approval. But unpublished means they've not been sent for approval. Oh, also, I'm just gonna like say right now that an Acropolis definitely has been made and is minted, I think. All I needed to do was type in Acropolis on the marketplace, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 come up. And I'm pretty sure I know who yeah, Primordial made them. So Primordial. Oh, where's all their stuff? They've got a whole bunch of stuff. Great. Look, they've got a whole bunch of things that they've created and are up for sale, but that does include 6 versions of the Acropolis. It will actually load. Go back again. There we go. And these will definitely be Primordial. Yeah, Primordial has made huge assets. The original size, I would say so, because these are huge. Like you can see the level of detail right there. These are huge. I can't like test the actual size of this, but yes. I'm gonna say yes. Like just because I can see the level of detail on this, so I know this is huge. But I would say if you've done like your own version, that should be fine. Because they've all got like, they've got numerous ones here. But I would definitely just upload it to your inventory. No, you can't send screenshots. I won't see it. Hi, Betty Tank. Anyway, we've got to get back to this. We're doing animations. So what I've done for the head is I copied the start point and pasted it right there. So there's no movement, because when, like, as an example, if I move the head to look over here, it will go, I don't know why it's done that. There. So it will take that time to go from that point to this point. That's playing up a little bit, and I don't know why. There is no movement. His head stays still and then moves, so it gets to this point and then his head starts to move. So if I moved it like this, it will be a real quick movement. I move it out here, it will take longer to get to that point. So that's why you put like a copy and paste for start points and when you want the movement to happen. I don't want his head to move over there. That was just an example. His clipboard's going up, so I want it to be about there. And then I'm going to have his head just kind of move down a little bit. And his head stay in that position. There, and then going to go down so he's looking at it. In that position for a few seconds. Then he's going to like nod up, nod down, up, shake his head from side to side. And go back up. See that? Okay, the shake I don't like. Take the shake out. Nod. We could probably add another nod in there. So head goes down, up, down, up, down. Pause for a moment. Then go back up. Hey, to you in Thailand. Welcome. Oh, I now have a cup of tea, but I've only got like 10 minutes of the stream left. I feel like I've taught you guys nothing. Hey to you in Romania. Hope you're all having a good day. Okay, so yeah, he's nodding at his clipboard. Get to that point. And then what I want is, because I want the clipboard and everything to stay in those relative positions, I'm going to copy and paste both of these. Pop them over there so they get to about this point. Where's his head? Goes up. Yeah. So then have his arm just sort of like drop to the side, down. That going down. Then I want it to end in the same position, so I'm just gonna that's not the same position. Okay. Paste. Paste. Okay. Right, and then we just need to neaten this little bit up. So arm goes down. Guess I'm gonna do that. There we go. And we're gonna copy and paste this bit. I'm pretty happy with that. Now I do want some slight movement with his body, but not that much. So I'm gonna do a little cheater thing where I'm gonna find idle, wherever idle's gone. Where's idle? Is idle. And I'm gonna go to the controller node. And I'm actually going to copy, oh, whoops. Those ones right there. And move them to, what do I call it? Clipboard. So it's down, down, down. On, clip, clip, clip. There's clipboard. Clipboard. I'm going to click and paste right here. And because we need it to be in line with everything else, it's just slight movement, so we don't need to worry too much. we can do that. So if we just want like slight body movement that looks nice, we can do that. Just confirm 32 voxel height is basically half of a human character. Yes. So a standard human / avatar is roughly 2 meters tall, 64 voxels. This does vary slightly if people do characters with maybe bigger hair or something like that, but roughly 64 voxels is the height of a medium human / avatar. And then we're going to do the same again with like the legs. I'm going to go back to this and go to legs. Go. So from right thigh, I'm pressing Control and just highlighting over all of this. Copy. Because I know clipboard's quite far down. Go back to this one and paste. Okay, that's the end point. We got like slight leg movement. We've not got that much, but it just makes him look like he is like actually sort of more alive rather than static. We also need things like the right side of him to be done. Well, which we could probably just do here. We don't need to make it like a big thing. Have like his arm just slightly moving. Like that. And the end point is here. Okay. Right there. We'll do copy this one. And then the hand I'm not too bothered about, so I'm just going to copy and paste the hand, so it's fine. And what we're going to do, so everything else I'm not bothered about having movement, so I'm just going to click this little rhombus right here, which will then end everything at that exact point. Oh, half these animations go here. Oh no. Okay, in which case I'm going to just do that. And extend these out a little bit. That one doesn't need that there. Where's the robe moving? Why is your robe moving? Copy. Where your robe is that? That bit. Yeah. Okay. There's a limit for width when making a human head. Like, what if I made my horn super wide? Then the collision box is going to be really, really wide. You gotta bear that in mind. So the area that you're working inside of is your collision box. Now, anything that is animated generally just puts a collision box around the entire thing. So I would suggest if you're making very, very large horns, maybe make the horns separate. So you could just go new VXM if you've unlocked it, or if you're making a fresh one yourself, not using a template, just make the horns separate and then place them on the head. I would do a child node from the head. So much like with the arm, I'll use the arm as an example. On the arm, we've got the arm that is connected to the chest. And then from the arm, we have the forearm and then the hand. So if I move the right arm, both the forearm and hand moves with it because they're all child nodes from that. But if I move the hand will move independently. The rest of the arm doesn't need to move. If I move the forearm, the top part of the arm can stay still, and but the forearm and the hand will move. So I would attach the horns to the head. So any head movement that you animate, the horns will move along with it. But if you wanted the horns to maybe, if like in attack animation, you want the horns to sort of like point forward or do something, then you can animate the horns independently. But at the very least, they move with the head. Yeah, that's my tip for that bit. It's close to 5 a.m. What time is it there? It is almost 11 a.m. I will be back this evening. It's almost the end of this stream, so this is generally for anybody new here, and even for some people that may have seen my streams before. I've got a fairly new schedule with VoxEdit streams now, so it's still Tuesdays and Thursdays with me doing the Monday Sandbox official stream, but Tuesdays is now an extra hour, so I'll stream for 3 hours, and it'll be VoxEdit and Game Maker. Sometimes it'll only be Game Maker, sometimes it'll be just VoxEdit, and sometimes it'll be both together. In a hierarchy that's already established. If you've unlocked the template, then yes. Like I've done for this, for the clipboard. You see, I've added the clipboard. I've even added the separate robe parts as well. If you wanted to see about the separate robes, then go to last week's Thursday morning stream. I think I named it. It's like Thursday live tutorials. It's always going to be Thursday live tutorials. These are going to be a little bit more tutorial based, and I'll talk about more, yeah, I'll sort of help you guys in a more tutorial-esque way. But you do need to have it unlocked. Now, I'm going to just say this. Right now, the avatars are disabled, so the medium humans are not avatars. The medium humans are NPCs. So when you unlock a medium human, it doesn't really matter. However, when the avatars go back into the templates, unlocking that avatar will turn it into an NPC. So you can't really edit the avatars other than like bodily edits, like recolors and stuff like that. You can add to them to some extent, like, you know, like you can play about with the hair, like adjust the widths and things like that, but you won't be able to edit animations to keep it as an avatar. You won't be able to add, like, let's say a clipboard, for instance, the way it's done right now. So for so Tuesdays is an extra hour. Thursdays, I'm now doing an additional stream. This is the additional stream. So Thursdays, 10 a.m. my time, so UTC, 10 a.m. UTC. It'll either be for 1 hour or to 2 hours, depending on my schedule. But it'll always start at 10. It'll always be at 10. And it'll be tutorial based, so it won't be the project that I'm working on the Tuesdays and Thursdays evenings. And I'm doing it at an earlier time for me to try and reach out to people in different time zones that may not be able to catch my other streams. And then Thursday evenings, same start time, 7 p.m. UTC. However, it's extended stream, so it will either be for 3 or 4 hours, depending on the length of time of the morning one. The morning one goes for 2 hours, the evening will go for 3 hours. If the morning is 1 hour, the evening will be 4 hours. So today, the evening one will be for 4 hours. So what have... Oh, wait. Why that? And so what... Oh, wait. Is it because it's on idle? Idle. Clipboard. There we go. Lovely. So what have we managed to do so far today? I've finished off recoloring our scientist. We've added an additional asset, additional model over to our library and shown you how we can put that onto our asset, as well as how to animate. I've talked about some of the animation. So I've talked about how we can copy. So to copy, you would select just a little line. This is their start position. At 0 is their start position. You can then right mouse click and copy will appear, and we can copy and paste to keep that position for our asset, because then when we do a movement, depending on where the length of time we like for, we'll do it on this arm. So let's say from this start position, just going to copy and paste this here real quick. I wanted this arm to swing out, just sort of go over here. So it will go from where its start position to where we've moved it out to. It will take that length of time to get over there. If I move this shorter, it will move much quicker. If I moved it further away, obviously it will take longer to move to that point. There we go. For different, I didn't fully bring it up, but I did mention about everything ending at the same point. So the reason we need all these keyframes to end at the exact same point on every animation, every single one of these, we cannot have it like, you see how these have no endpoint? Gotta do that. We can click this little diamond shape right here, move your arrow down to where the very end is, and click this diamond so it'll put everything there. If you need to animate, obviously do your animations and then do that at the end. Try and remember to get it done, because the reason we do this is because when it gets exported and put into the game maker, it will end up not being able to read the animation correctly, so it will mess up. If you're in the Discord, you may have seen some people posting little video clips like, why is my animation like this? I've checked it. It looks fine in Animator, but I don't understand why it's not playing fine here. That is most likely the #1 cause, is that people are not putting their keyframes here. Now, I will just quickly mention, maybe you want to make something like this. So a static asset. So this is just a table, but you want numerous. They're not really, they're just static animations. They're not really animated. They're just different styles. We call them static animations. So for these, they all need one individual keyframe. Okay? So you see, we got all these little lines, all these little tiny lines. One of these lines is one keyframe. If it's a static animation, everything needs to be one keyframe. One keyframe. All of these. Because if you do not, it will not appear when you put it in the game maker. You will only get like your idle 01. None of the other ones will come up as suggestions. Another thing to bear in mind with something like this, the moment, even if it's static animations, the moment you make more than one, will put a collision box over your entire project. So if an avatar, if you in game jumped on top of this table, it will go off of the highest point. So this cup, I believe, is like the tallest piece. So if you jumped on the table, you would be jumping at the height of this cup. That's the highest asset on that table. So it will go off of that. So you want to be careful with if you're going to animate it and how high are these animations. To make things disappear, as you can see, like everything's, most of the table's empty. In fact, the entire table's empty here. We just got a plain table. I have made it so everything can fit inside this table. There's no actual just invisible asset. You can't make it invisible in the game. You can make the asset itself invisible, but like that would be the entire thing. You can't make parts of the asset invisible. So to make things disappear, you would need to hide it within the main asset itself. So it's always got to be hidden inside. I strongly do not suggest hiding it under floor level, because it looks super messy and does not look good at all. Does anybody have any ending questions? Anything that they want me to go over, mention, or just reiterate again? Let me know. This is like your question time. while I have a little think of what we will be doing for next week, because we've done editing, we've done how we can make, last week was how can we make like a robe effect on a locked template, and how we can do it on an unlocked template. I've also shown you how we can add additional assets, additional models, sorry, how we can add additional models and put them on our asset while animating it and recoloring as well. So maybe next week I'll just sort of talk about each individual area. But yeah, let me know if there's anything you guys want to talk about, if you have suggestions for next tutorial based stream. In fact, I do have an idea. I think I might show you guys how to make, so it's called a complex entity, which is instead of just one asset. So if all I made was this table empty, that's called a simple entity. So there's it's just one thing, although I wouldn't be able to do this in the modeler. Usually simple entities are just one thing made within the modeler. Doing something like this makes it complex because you're adding more models onto it. Regardless of whether it's fully animated, it doesn't need to have all the bells and whistles for it to be complex. I will show you guys how we can take what some people have made as simple entities. I saw somebody within Discord make something like a cat tree type thing, if you know what I mean, like what they play on with the little baskets and things. And it was all just in one volume box on the modeler. I will show you guys how you can take something like that you've made all as one big thing and break it down so the collision isn't there, so you can move around that perfectly easily. Hey, Galador, we're finishing. I'm only here for an hour. We're finishing. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask away right now. You got about 2 minutes. Yeah, you did. It's start time is 10 a.m. UTC, but I am on this evening, so I don't know what time zone it is for you, but I will be on again later tonight doing more of my usual stuff at 7 p.m. UTC, and I'll be on for 4 hours. So if you're awake then, if that's a suitable time for you, I will be on for 4 hours. So hopefully you won't miss that one. But the Thursdays are more tutorial based for like an hour of just, we'll pick something to do. But I don't think anybody's really got any questions they want to ask, or at least not at this moment. If you do and you're over on YouTube, or you might be rewatching on Twitch or something, head over to my YouTube and feel free to comment over in the YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that fun, awesome stuff that I appreciate every single time. And I need to get this on so I can do the goodbye thing. I've got a bunch of work I need to get on with. I hope everybody is having a good day. Hope you found this video helpful. And as always, oh yeah, don't forget to tune in this evening if you're awake, if it's a suitable time zone. We'll be continuing with my fantasy medieval style game, where we'll be doing a bunch of assets I've got planned for tonight. So as always, have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the metaverse. Goodbye.